Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another episode of B is for Build. This tire is deflating as I'm sitting on it. What do I normally say? I'm Chris. Hey, if you guys remember in the last episode, I said this time I'm gonna get my hands on a wrench and I'm gonna do something more mechanical. Scratch that. I came in here and I was looking at what we did last week on this and I was feeling like how strong it is and how close to being done it was. And I'm seeing the finish line in sight and it's got me really inspired. So I decided, you know what, for this episode, we're just gonna finish out the whole bulkhead. So I have tonight and I have tomorrow night and I'm just gonna do all the work that it takes to have this thing finished and done. Done being repaired. That's the goal. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna make sure it happens. Also, we have a special giveaway on this episode. So stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for the episode, so stay tuned. You guys are probably pretty familiar now of what we need to do on this. Every time you lay fiberglass, you let it dry, you need to sand it, rough up the surface before you lay more fiberglass. So this time is no different. I'm gonna come through, I'm gonna sand all this stuff, and then I'm gonna lay one big piece of fiberglass over this entire chunk here. So it's gonna go from about here to here. I'm gonna lay up that whole piece, and then we can start reinforcing the back. The back just needs one more layer, and then that's good, and we can look at the front. But that's kind of the whole goal. First things first, just gonna start sand all this stuff up, smoothing it up and roughing it up, which is weird because you're smoothing and roughening. Smoothing in a global sense, roughening in a micro sense. Micro sense is about how much sense that made. All right, so what you saw there, I just used the portable belt sander thing, got all the hard edges off with that, and then came back with some 220, or maybe it was lower grit, sandpaper, and just sanded everything up, and then I came back with a tack rag. So now we're ready to go ahead and lay fiberglass and resin, and what I'm gonna do is I got this big piece of mat here. We're gonna lay it over here, conform it to all the pieces that we wanna do, draw on it with a Sharpie. I'm gonna draw out where we wanna cut out of it, and then I'll mix up my resin. I'm just gonna lay this whole piece on here as one piece. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty positive that laying it up as one piece gives it the most structural rigidity possible because everything's then kind of interwoven. But either way, it's actually gonna be the fastest way too. So, time to get a marker, I'm gonna draw that out. All right guys, that went on great. We have one nice uniform cover of fiberglass around that whole area now. So I'm calling that's it for that piece. The next thing I'm gonna be doing is trimming it up and sanding it up, and that's the finished work. I might do, I probably later tonight do a little bit more reinforcement under here, but other than that, that is it for that area. Over here, I drilled one too many holes in the back of this. So I'm gonna go grab some, I have some like short strand fiberglass putty, fill putty, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of that and fill these holes up. All right, this crazy looking crap that we have here is a short strand fiberglass reinforced body filler, which is a lot of words for saying it's body filler mixed with fiberglass, and like it's half body filler, half epoxy kind of. So it's like pre-mixed fiberglass almost. Short little strands in here. It's got a really bizarre consistency. Anyways, I have hardener in it right now, so I need to get to work. But this is like, it's a lot stronger than body filler. So you can use it to plug small holes like these holes that we have over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just gob it on, and then I'll smooth it out straight with this scraper. All right, that was super easy. Anybody at home, if you have any holes in your car, give this method a shot. This is a really easy, fun place to start if you're trying to start messing around with fiberglass. So I just plugged up the holes and then put a nice patch on the back, and then I came around to the other side, make sure that the holes had coverage, and then put a patch on here. And now I can come in and sand that level to the rest of the material, and I'll have my nice little holes all plugged up. Easy money. All right, next thing I'm gonna do, go ahead and continue reinforcing the back. We're gonna put one more layer of fiberglass on all the cracks in the back on this side and on that side. right, back layup is on and it's looking good. It all came out real flush, real flat, and flowed with the cracks really well and the fiberglass underneath it really well. So that's that for the back. Back is officially done. Last thing I'm gonna do for the night, before I just let everything else dry up, is I'm gonna mix up one more cup of resin and chop up a little bit more matte. And I'm just gonna come up here and reinforce anything that I can. I'm just gonna throw up a bunch more fiberglass on the inside. Because remember, this all gets covered in about a ½ inch of foam in the end, so it won't really matter how much I throw on there, and I'm just gonna keep throwing some on there because I can. All right, guys, that wraps the wrapping of the things with the fiberglass. Nah, but for real though, we have got enough fiberglass on that bulkhead. The rest of it is gonna be sanding, cutting, trimming, finishing, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But I told you guys about a giveaway, and I wanna give some shit away to raise awareness about our BMW E46 shirts. These are like a vintage black, but they're kind of more charcoal. Well, you can see what color they are because you're watching. They're a tri-blend shirt, so they're ultra comfy and they're very, very soft. And they actually don't hang on to dust too much. You'll notice normally when I'm working in here, I'm like covered in dust. These ones, you kind of just wipe it off and it goes away. So they're actually really good to work in, and they're very comfortable and they're lightweight, which is nice on these hot days. We have a ton of these in stock. We have every size available still except for small. So to raise a little bit of awareness about these shirts, I want to give a couple of them away. To enter to get yourself a shirt for free, like this video on YouTube and then go to Facebook and like the post about this video. Facebook.com/BSforBuild is our Facebook page. Go over there and like that post. That will enter you. You got to like on both sides. That will enter you in, and I will pick 2 winners. Watch our Facebook page. About 48 hours after I post the video, I will post the names of 2 winners. Everybody else, if you don't win, if you buy an E46 shirt in the next week, I'll throw in a free drink koozie. These fit bottles, cans, whatever. If you're a youngin', they're not for beer. But if you're an oldin', then you might as well put one in there. All right, guys, that's our giveaway. I hope you guys are happy about that. I love these shirts and I want you guys to have some. So 2 lucky winners will get free shirts. That's it for that. I'll see you guys tomorrow when we finish this bad boy up. What's up, guys? We're back. This is the day when we're gonna finish this bad boy. First thing I'm gonna do is grab my Dremel tool and I'm gonna come in and clean up all the rough edges, go through and trim off all the excess where we glassed extra over. That way we'll have some nice clean edges before we move into the sanding stage. All right, now that is all trimmed up, we need to go ahead and remove this bar right here so we can do some trimming on the inside underneath here, and then it'll give us access to sand underneath there. So this bar is pretty simple. It's a bolt here, and it's a bolt back here, and then that'll pop off. All right, that's done and off of there, and everything's all cleaned up. Now it's time to get crafty with the sander. All right, we had a couple of holes left over from the screws around here and one important one back here. Most of these holes will get filled by the polyurethane adhesive when we go ahead and install the back window, but this one definitely won't. So I mixed up a little bit of that short strand fiberglass filler, and I'm gonna plug as many of these holes as I can. And I have completely given up on using brushes and stuff. I think finger is the best way to do it. All right, that went well. I used a ton of hardener in there, so it's gonna dry really fast. So that, I think you're supposed to give it 15 minutes or something. I don't know, we'll have plenty of time. So I'm gonna come in from underneath and up top and do some more sanding with a flat sander so I can get a more even finish, especially on the top where it really matters. And just overall, just a little bit more cleanup, then we'll sand these parts down because they'll be dry in a couple minutes. Whew, it is hot. It's hot today. Okay, so I sanded everything up that I wanted to sand. It's hard to justify too much sanding because you're just removing material. And this is the last time this is gonna be seen. This right here, when I cover this up, unless I flip the car over again and we have to come back and fix this isn't gonna be seen by anybody. So you don't wanna remove too much material for no reason. So, it's time. I'm gonna clean this thing up. I'm gonna blow all the dust off of it, tack rag it, cleaning material, and then we are going to spray some primer on here. I found some primer that kind of matches the color of the original. So we'll clean it all up, paint prep it, and paint it. So sorry it's a little glossy, it's going to be hard to pick up on all the angles, throw some light on it. So here's the more stock side that we didn't do much. We fixed a crack and then we joined the roof piece on right there, or the top piece. Let's look at it from far back. It looks pretty square. The middle thing is in the middle, roughly. Oops, sorry, that's too close. There we go. There's the angles. You know, it doesn't look pretty. There's a lot of bumps on it and stuff, but it looks the right shape. I mean, it's the right thickness, and it's all fiberglass. So I'll show you guys again on the Monday episode once this dries, kind of what it looks like. We'll have to throw the padding back on later. Came out great. I'm very excited. I'm excited and nervous to bolt the rear hatch in. That's where they bolt in. So if that is misaligned, then our rear hatch won't be happy. Then I will have to get very creative. But I'm not gonna worry about that problem yet. So overall, it went really well. That is a $2,000 part that they say very much from the factory not to replace because it mounts into the car somewhere down here with some magical mounting abilities. And they say don't replace it unless you absolutely have to. So we did our best to not have to, and I think we've done it. I think we just saved ourselves 2,000 bucks for a couple days work and about 30 bucks in fiberglass. All right, you guys, that's a wrap on repairing the rear bulkhead. I'm stoked to have that finished. I'm really excited to have that finished. Now that means we can slap some side panels on if we choose to. I don't know what's next, but tune in next Monday. We'll be working all weekend on this car and have another great, long, quality, content-filled episode for you guys. Remember, if you want to win one of these shirts, like this video and head over to our Facebook page and like the post about this video. Every time we have a video come out, I make a little post. Go like that bad boy, and that'll get you entered. Check back on our Facebook page in about 2 days, and that's when I'll post the winners. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to follow us on more social media, there's facebook.com/BSforBuild. There's Instagram, we're BSforBuild on Instagram, and there's BSforBuild.com. Excuse me. If you want to help support the channel, go to BSforBuild.com, scroll down to the shop and pick up anything. These t-shirts. Oh yeah, if you buy one of these t-shirts for the next week, I'm including a free drink koozie. And pick up anything from the shop. All the proceeds go directly towards Pokecoins and helping us build this car. I actually hurt my leg playing Pokemon yesterday, so I'm retired. I went on a Poke run and 5 miles later, my leg was like Anderson Silva round 2. Anyways, I'm okay, clearly. Thank you guys very much for watching. Jam the subscribe button. This is a good channel to subscribe to. And like it so you can get entered to win a t-shirt. I'm giving away 2 t-shirts. So you have twice as many odds as if I gave away 1. Thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great day. Peace.